Welcome back, beta. Continuation to microbial growth culture and its application. Today we will talk about the what are the various equipments being used in culturing the microbial culture. So here the heading is equipment for microbial culture. Again, I would like to put focus on the microbial culture means culturing of microorganisms like bacteria, fungi, yeast, and blue green algae, etc. So, before going to that, we must know what kind of equipments are essential for culturing cells of a bacteria or any other microorganism. So, children, first one is the Beffel flask. You must know about this. First one is the Beffel flask, second one is the suckers, and the third one is the fermenters or bioreactors. So let us see the Beffel flask. I told you about the Beffel flask yesterday also. These Beffel flasks are little it is like the conical flask and it is V shaped. Beffel flask is the and it is from 100 ml to 1000 ml or the volume occupied by the Beffel flask. So these Beffel flask is useful in the laboratory purposes only, and these Beffel flasks improving the efficiency of oxygen transfer when we are taking the culture. Suppose this is the nutrient medium and we are here taking the some inoculum. Inoculum is the strain of the microorganism or the bacteria which is taken to initiate the fermentation process is known as inoculant, and the process is known as inoculum. So here it is placed on the culture medium. So what happens as this bacterial cell consume the nutrient medium, therefore there will be the deficiency of oxygen, there will be the deficiency of the substrate and other things whatever is needed to the culturing purpose for the bacteria. So what it is is doing or how it promoting the culturing process or culture of bacteria. So due to the biochemical process that takes place inside this culture vessel, it create turbulence. Turbulences. So due to the creation of turbulences, what happened? There is deficiency of oxygen in the Beffel flask or in the culture vessels. So the main purpose of this Beffel flask is to increase the transfer of oxygen due to turbulence of agitated nutrient medium on the culture vessel. So Beffel flask, V-shaped structure, their main function is what? They provide or they increase the oxygen transfer concentration in the culture medium, and it is V-shaped structure. Now come this. So these suckers are two types. One is the normal suckers and the second one is the incubator suckers. The difference is here. These normal suckers are as usual like small tubes, culture tube-like structure. But these incubator suckers are well designed, well equipped suckers because it is under the controlled pH, temperature, etc. So these incubator suckers are under the highly aseptic, that is sterile condition, controlled pH and temperature is there, and these suckers function is to improve the efficiency of oxygen transfer in the culture medium so that therefore maximum growth of bacterial culture takes place. So continuous supply of oxygen. Suppose this I am taking three culture tube, and these three culture tube are if they are stationary, then what happened? We don't know. It is not visualized that inside the culture tube bacterial fermentation started. That is the microbial culture begins, but there is unknown concentration of oxygen. But what happened if it is continuously rotate like this or in this way? What happened? Due to the turbulence or due to the chemical process inside the culture tube, what happened? The lack of oxygen is replaced and the fresh oxygen is taken place at the previous one. So this Seger's main function is it improves the efficiency of oxygen transfer, hence improve the growth of the bacterial culture or microbial culture. Another thing about that, these Segers may work like end to end or rotatory in the lab. Rotatory in the lab, in the manner, so that there is a continuous mixing of oxygen inside the shackles. Now the third one is the fermenter, or it is also known as bioreactor. There is some difference between the fermenters and bioreactors, but literally these bioreactors takes place to culture the mammalian cells, and these fermenters are widely used. Therefore, sometimes it is also considered as a fermenters. So these fermenters is what? Fermenters are a large closed metallic vessels, and it is well equipped. Well equipped in the sense it all have aeration channel, agitation, temperature control, pH control, acid base control, or inflow and outflow of oxygen, steam or air. So all these things are well designed in a container that we call the bioreactors. Why we are calling the bioreactor once again? See, we are using the culturing of biological cells inside the closed vessels. And another thing is that fermenters are used for the large scale production of the metabolites or the products which could not be produced in the laboratory. So these fermenters are 4 types in our syllabus, and the most common one is the stirrer tank. This is the stirrer tank. This is the design of the stirrer tank. I will discuss later on. So first one is stirrer tank, second one is the bubble column reactor, third one is the airlift bioreactor, and the fourth one is the photobioreactor. So this is the first one, this is the second one, and the third one is airlift bioreactor, and the fourth one is photobioreactor. So stirrer tank, what happened here? The culture media is stirred. It is rotate or stirred with the help of the propellers or impellers. It continuously rotate or agitate inside the culture tube in this bioreactor. Second one is the bubble column reactor. What the meaning of bubble column reactor? Actually, there is another picture for the bubble column reactor, but the basic difference is that suppose here is sparger. So whatever the air is needed, air should come in the form of the bubbles there. This is the difference in the stirrer tank and the bubble column reactor. So bubble column reactor, here air is forced through a bottom sparger and it creates aeration. Meaning from that bottom side, entry of the air in the form bubble is goes here. Now the third one is the airlift bioreactor. In the case of airlift bioreactor, airlift means air. The concentration of air is lifted. That is the increases. Now the fourth one is the photobioreactor. At the little meaning of photobioreactor, suppose this is a bioreactor. These photobioreactor is always takes place in the illuminated light, that is the sunlight or the natural light or the artificial light, and it is done in the production of the metabolites. So this is the four types of the bioreactor. Now come to the main stirrer type bioreactor. You can see that this is a design of a stirrer type bioreactor, and you can see that here is the steam, and this steam is goes to the culture medium, and this red dotted one is the broth culture. What is that? Broth culture or culture broth. Why we are calling this broth culture? Broth stands for the liquid medium, and agar is used for the solidification. So this is here total. I mean this bioreactors are filled with the culture broth, and here is a motor that we call the motor, and these motor rotate continuously. It is rotating. When it rotate there, what happened? Impellers are there that we call the propeller also. It continuously move inside the bioreactor, so that whatever the culture broth is mixed here, it is continuously move up and down or here and there. Apart from that, it is having the controlled pH. You know, whenever there is a bacterial growth takes place and the product is formed, so some of the metabolites are there which is altering the pH of the medium, and when the pH of the medium is changed, the quality and the production of the product will be also decreased. So it should be maintained. Therefore, there is a fresh there should be fresh air should be in, and it should be exhaust, because the oxygen which we the sterile air which we are providing to this bioreactor is used up by the bacteria or by the microbes which are let inside the bioreactor. So it should be replaced gradually. Next, there is a thick lining of this culture vessel, bioreactor, and that we call the cooling jacket. So that why this cooling jacket? The role of cooling jacket is to maintain the temperature inside the bioreactor, which is preferably suitable for the growth of the microorganism. Now let us see here. Finally, whatever the cultured product, whatever the product formed by the inside the bioreactor by a number of processes is harvested out. This is collected. Suppose this is the product, and that product is now stored and sent for the further process that we call the downstream processing. And here is the spoiler, and this is for the continuous rotate. Again here you can say there we are using the steam here. So this is the steam goes down. Here is some rotator. So when we open the knob, steam will goes down, goes inside, and simply here we are adding the steam. So there is the two outlet of the steam. Here we are adding, and from here it is goes out. So this is the outlet, and that is the inlet. Similarly here the exhaust pipe is there. This exhaust pipeline or the outlet is designed to remove the foul oxygen which are produced during the whole process of the bioreactor. Apart from that, we can say that there is another important thing that is called the sterile seal, and this is the and this metallic rod is under the control of the motor and is continuously propelled. So this is the design. Design of the star tank reactor. Once again, metallic bioreactor is the closed vessel, and it is well equipped with all the things which is monitored time to time, so that there should be no difference in the production of the products under microbial culture, and it has aeration chamber, agitation chamber, temperature, pH control chamber, overflow vent that we call the inflow and outflow. Thanks for watching.